Let's step back for a moment and think about why gardens like the Hanging Gardens of Babylon were so significant in ancient times. Gardens weren't just for beauty, they were sacred spaces steeped in meaning and culture. In Mesopotamian society, gardens played a role that went beyond simply offering a peaceful retreat. They were symbolic of divine order, fertility, and the harmony between nature and the gods. And this is where things start to get even more interesting. In the ancient world, a garden was not only a reflection of a civilization's wealth and taste, it was also a place to connect with the divine. The Mesopotamians, like many ancient cultures, believed that the gods took an active interest in the order of the natural world. Gardens, in particular, were seen as a representation of paradise on earth. This idea wasn't exclusive to Mesopotamia. You'd find similar beliefs in cultures throughout the ancient world, including the Egyptians, Persians, and even the Greeks. But there was something about Babylon that made its gardens feel especially sacred. They were, after all, a place where the king and queen could go to meditate, pray, and maybe even make offerings to the gods. Historians still argue whether the gardens were purely a political statement or whether they had more spiritual significance. Some scholars believe that Nebuchadnezzar, by constructing the gardens, was sending a message that his reign was blessed by the gods, a reflection of divine favor. The terraces themselves might have been an attempt to recreate the mythical Garden of the Gods, a divine paradise that the Mesopotamians believed could only be reached through perfection in nature. The sound of water flowing down the terraces, the scent of blooming flowers in the air, these would have been reminders of the gods' presence, a sensory experience that connected both the physical and spiritual realms. But why waterfalls? Why this element of cascading water that made the gardens so legendary?